Silence your cell phones now.
You gotta be kidding me. You're gonna risk the entire mission for a mental defective dressed as a court jester.
This coming from a guy that wears a toilet seat on his head.
We don't leave one of our own behind.
Hopefully Harley's still alive.
3, 2.
What are you guys doing?
What? We're here to save you.
You were gonna save me?
It was a really good plan, too.
What's going on, YouTube? It's Sensei, a place to be. Children, I'm Mr. Andy. Better give you guys a movie experience for you guys here. And it's a movie that I've been so excited about. I've been waiting for this movie ever since last year at they showed the trailer at the DC Experience, you know, that whole home thing that we was looking at. And this is James Gunn's new movie, The Suicide Squad. Not Suicide Squad, The Suicide Squad. So this Suicide Squad takes place like a sequel or a soft reboot from the 2016 David Ayer Suicide Squad. So in this Suicide Squad, we have Amanda Waller bringing back the team, some of who have been there before, and some freshly new characters to take down all this kind of information from this thing called Project Starfish to kind of, you know, get rid of all these records from this alien project that's been going on overseas. So it was really a good take on this movie by James Gunn. James Gunn brings it, just gives it his all when it comes to this movie. That's basically what I can say here. So when it comes to Suicide Squad, I'm gonna give you guys the good, I'm gonna give you guys the bad, and I'm gonna give you guys the experience. I'm gonna start off with the good. All right, when it comes to the good, I automatically think that, first of all, the characters. And here's why I love the returning characters. Of course, Margot Robbie playing Harley Quinn. We have John Cordy coming back as Captain Boomerang. Viola Davis as Amanda Waller. We have those all returning from the 2016 movie, and they have acknowledged of what they get right to the point of what we know what's going on, how they get the chip playing in the back of their neck and things like that. But then it's also the new characters that we get here, like Bloodsport, played by Idris Elba. Like I said, I never read too much about him in the comics, but it's really just another take on Deadshot being in the movie. Because Will Smith was probably supposed to be in this movie, but I think what happened was he said that he was doing Bad Boys 3 at the same time, so he obviously couldn't be a part of the rest of the movie. Because I'm like, all this is screaming Deadshot to me. Peacemaker played by John Cena, which John Cena actually did pretty good in my personal opinion as Peacemaker. I've seen John Cena a lot of stuff this year, and I'm just like I wasn't feeling Juan Cena from Fast 9, but I think I was enjoying Peacemaker more in this movie opposed to Juan Cena from Fast 9. So he was good. And also we have a debuting character, David Dashmakia, playing the Polka Dot Man. He also played Penguin in Gotham, but he plays the Polka Dot Man. And when I seen or heard anything about the Polka Dot Man, I was sitting there saying to myself, first of all, as soon as this obscure character's coming up, he's getting murked. But let me tell you something, he's one of the coolest characters in the movie by far. And I was just like, yo, the way that James Gunn portrayed his character and the backstory and everything of that nature, it was by far, I wasn't expecting any of this from the Polka Dot Man at all. I was like, it went from a character which I was seeing in the trailer, like, yo, bro, he's gonna be expendable in the first minute, okay? Turned out to be one of the coolest characters in the movie by far, and the way he explains his powers and the way you see it, it's actually kind of creepy, kind of morbid, and also it's kind of like, you know, you feel for him. Like James Gunn did all that kind of stuff. So when it came to, you know, and also the way the characters interacted with each other, because we don't get a lot of backstory with a lot of characters, but what we do get some kind of touching scenes, and each character has like its own kind of like mini kind of story, which it gives you just enough to feel for that character. And I was like, I'm surprised by this for a character that got about all these heroes or villains in the movie, and you found a way to make us feel for even some of the cheapest ones. And I was like, James Gunn, that was just good by James Gunn. And also by the horrible, beautiful mind of James Gunn, it's violent in this movie, which that makes it good. So, you know, the 2016 Suicide Squad was dark as well, but this is dark in a different way because it is violent, it is bloody. This is the bloodiest, most violent DCE movie to date, okay? He's not holding back. I'm talking about if limbs are getting blown off, if people are blowing up, if faces getting blown off, if people getting eaten. I'm telling you right now, that's what's happening in this movie, and you're going to see all of it. So I was like, I was entertained by this also, and of course they have humor in there. Now I'm not saying every joke hit, but there were jokes in there that I was like, I find myself legit laughing at these jokes, stuff like that, opposed to not laughing at some of the jokes from the first one.
Okay, triangle, bitch. Study.
I really found myself, laughing at this one, and there were some jokes that was in the trailer with like John Cena. I was just like, oh my god, is this really gonna be all up in the movie?
Starfish is a slang term for a butthole. Think there's any connection?
But I have to say that they did a good job of, not giving us all. Some of the jokes that they played out, and I was like, okay, I thought it was funny. Some I was like, okay, maybe a little bit played out. Along with all that being my good, the movie is not perfect by no means, so I'm gonna get to some of my bad. I don't know if this is nitpicking or not, but when it comes to some of the bad, the second act dealing with Harley Quinn, and Harley Quinn being one of my favorite characters, I was like, I don't know if I'm feeling this or not, okay? Because I know what they were trying to do, and I was like, okay, well, I know they're giving Harley this whole second act type thing, but I was getting really disconnected with the message that it was trying to do, and I was like, why are we going back down this road with Harley Quinn type thing? And I was like, okay, so where is this going? In other words, it was really just blah 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 talking to me. I was like, but where is this going? Where is this leading to? What's the payoff basically of what's going on here? So I'm not gonna get into spoilers, but that's how I felt about it. Also, I felt like I always enjoy Viola Davis and all the stuff that she's in, and I enjoy her in the 2016 Suicide Squad. And she people gotta say so. Amanda Waller is a dick. Okay, I'm laying on there right now, for lack of better words. She was ruthless and aggressive in this one also, but I don't know. It seemed like something was missing from Amanda Waller in this movie opposed to the 2016 Suicide Squad. I don't know what it is, and like I said, could be a nitpick of it, but that's how it is. And this is not necessarily a bad, but I forgot to mention in the good that nobody is safe in this movie. If Stallone didn't take it yet, The Expendables would be the name of this movie, because literally nobody is safe. That's what it keeps you on your toes. Like, who is going to die or who's going to get their neck blown off because they're not listening, and that's why it keeps you on the edge of your seat of the movie. You don't know which way it's going to go. So I thought that was part more of the good. I had to bring it up right next. I kind of forgot about it. But those are the things that it mostly go into my bad. So let's go on into the experience. All right, so with the experience, I'm not going to give away like the milestones like I usually do, but this dropped on HBO Max at 7 p.m. EST, because see, look, we always gotta be waiting for Hollywood and LA and the West Coast. They always be getting, when new stuff drops, it gets at midnight, but it's 3 a.m. over here. We gotta go to work. We can't be staying up late, and then if we do stay up late, we gotta stay up another 2-some hours to watch the damn thing. But no, this time it dropped at 7 p.m. EST. So I was like, oh, this is great. So I get to come home after work, sit down, watch this thing, review it early for you guys, and have this review up for you. And I was like, yo, this is really good. So James Gunn took the Suicide Squad and really made it his own. I see elements of Guardians of the Galaxy in there. I see his fingerprints all over. He wrote and directed this movie, and I would actually like to see more from him in the DC EU coming up. Like, say, even with him just putting in the 2 CGI characters, Weasel and King Shark, I thought those were great additions to the characters as well, since I didn't put them in the beginning. But they were great additions to the characters. And then, like I said, it was charming. King Shark had a lot of charming moments in the thing. I was like, you couldn't help but love the damn thing. And I was just like, man, I remember King Shark being like that. I was like, but you know what? Hey, I'm all for it. So when it comes to the Suicide Squad, I'm going to give it a damn near perfect. At first, I was struggling on how to get it. I didn't know if I could get a complete nerdgasm just yet, but I do enjoy it better than the 2016 movie. And I know I grade that a little bit high, but I say, but comparing both of them, because there's things about the 2016 movie I did like. I didn't trash like a lot of people did, but obviously there is better things in the James Gunn version of the Suicide Squad. So post your comments down below. If you guys seen the Suicide Squad, are you going to plan on going to the movies to see it? Or you guys will see it on HBO Max? Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed my review. And the subscribe button for more movie experiences right here on NC Studios every single weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is always going to be different kind of movie reviews, retro movie reviews, or remastered movie reviews right here on NC Studios. So once again, it's NC a place to be. Children, Mr. AMD, and I'll see you at the movies.